Capricorn, so discombobulated is a channel message that I got from you. Computer says no. So something around your computer, or just like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, Libra. But feeling separated and disconnected is kind of what I'm feeling. Like Johnny 5, John, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, but I feel disconnected. But then I feel connected. It's kind of like this wandering, lost feeling. So you could be dealing with like a Virgo or a Left Path 9, but basically just feeling lost, discombobulated, disconnected, reconnected. Feels like electricity. But I did come out with, that reminds me, Sagittarius. They had a reading that was to do with around electric shock or radiotherapy. Radiotherapy, so it could be angel radio like myself, like music, but I definitely keeping up like radiotherapy or some kind of therapy that's needed. You might be going counselling, or it could be the signs of cancer has been coming up quite a bit, and it was to do around electric shock and like some shocking news that we were waiting for or are waiting for. If I say for, you say Scorpio or Aries. Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, Capricorn, Lulu, Louise, Polly, and Polly put the kettle on. So something to do with like turning me on, turning me off. Kind of, I don't know if it's a life support machine or something like that, or like, I don't know, something that's coming up that's like shocking, and we can't wait to find out what's going to happen around, because it keep being up like accident and emergency type sort of shock type sort of thing, or a shock to the system or your sister. Something around your sister being shocked. Okay, so I don't know if it's, they're saying around siblings, basically, like a shock to the system, like I'm going to find out some news or waiting to find out some news and it's shocking. Okay, something like that. But it's coming up through the same energy of what Sagittarian had, which is around like electric voltmeters or something like that, or something that's burning and smelling. Okay, and it was like going off Amsterdam or Rotterdam, or going rotten, going off, going stale. Like it doesn't smell right, or something doesn't feel right. Like it just feels as if it's kind of like very stale. Okay, so it might be bread, maybe. You might be eating a lot of bread or something, I don't know. Or trying to make bread. Hold on, what is it? Yeast? I don't know if anybody's cooking and food is going off or going, I don't know, something like that around food going off, okay, or just like, I don't know, like something that is burnt that starts to go off. Like, it feels like, because if I'm honest, I think in the Sagittarian reading it was about skin cancer, okay, maybe, and it was around like bruising and plums. Okay, so it might be downstairs, I don't know, but like, something that's going on, like probably here, okay, in the nether regions or the Netherlands, okay, but like downstairs, like physically upstairs, downstairs, and someone's upstairs and someone downstairs is actually going off. So is this a dead body? I don't know, or something like that, or something's going off, like, but it's actually physically, if you live in a block of flats or wherever there's stairwells, okay, or wells or Wales, okay, from Wales, but like physically downstairs something is kind of like going off, okay. So I don't know if anybody's had an operation or something like that, or there's a body downstairs, I really don't know. But for some of this they're saying that it could be around like, say, skin cancer or bruising, like I've got bruises and it seems to be like, I don't know, like it was burnt and then it started to go off. Okay, and it's waiting to heal, like a scar or a scab or something that you had removed and something like that. And because I had it removed, it's starting to, like, you know, needing bandaging and needing looking at because it's a scar, and like looking at septicemia, because they're saying septicemia, which is around like, I don't know, septicemia is to do around smoking and stuff, right? Something like that. So I don't know, they're saying like going purple or like going blue or purple, and to be quite honest with you, it's actually quite worrying because I have that in my foot. Like a long time ago I had an ingrown toenail, okay, and I had it took off, and it's actually caused me loads of like pain since then, okay. And sometimes, like, I have bad circulation, And when I look at my feet, sometimes, like, because I have sciatica and it's always the left side. I got a bad hip. Okay, it's not sciatica, it's mainly a hip. But my left side, like down my leg's always fine. But when I look at my foot, sometimes it does go like blue and off kind of coloured. And then I have this where I had a toenail took off many years ago, but there's one piece that actually still grows. Okay, it still grows. And it causes me a hell of a lot of pain. And sometimes when my feet are cold, okay, they can start to kind of like go a little bit, I get like veins that start, it's very disgusting. I don't actually like feet. Any of you actually like feet? But like, it could be that. Like, I mean, to be quite honest with you, you know, I'm kind of, don't forget you can watch this as a Gemini placement. If you're a 6, Gemini, Capricorn, life path 6, really doesn't matter. On the top of a card is the number 6. So basically when you call out Capricorn, you're calling out a 6. Which is also mainly Gemini as well, okay? So if I was doing a life path reading, I would say life path 6, you can watch it as a Gemini or a Capricorn, okay? Same kind of process. So if there's any messages there that are similar, then they're saying septicemia, or something that is very similar, okay? Something around the skin going off, or like bruising, and then worrying maybe what that is, and maybe needing to get it looked at from a doctor to try and find out what that may be for a lot of you. And it could be around the skin. It's just actually made me realise, to be honest with you, because I was doing it yesterday in the shower. I was kind of like looking and thinking, shit, my foot hurts. And then as soon as like I was putting hot water on it, basically, started to calm down and it was fine. So I don't know, is it like pain? Someone's in pain, or in Spain, this is happening in Spain. But like skin related, you know, like bruising and scars on like tissue, scar tissue and stuff like that. Okay. So red hot chili peppers, is it around a Leo? A Leo or a life path 8, Aquarius maybe? But something going rotten. I mean, it could be going off. Like I said, you could be going off someone. I don't know. Anyway, so that's kind of what we've got for you, Capricorn, channeled wires. Well, as far as I can work out, anyway. So it might be concerns around health, like skin and health and blue and like plum and just kind of plums and getting checked up around like cancer kind of stuff and things like that and whatnot, right? Fishing tackle, basically. So you could be dealing with like a fish, a Pisces, or you could have it in your chart somewhere and getting things checked out. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Capricorn. So you've got that little voice inside you, listen to that shit, okay? But I think that's a very strange card, because sometimes you listen to the wrong energy if you're listening to yourself. So it's basically checking in with yourself and thinking, you know what, I may need to start taking my own advice, okay? So for a lot of you. So if it's kind of like, you know what I've heard enough, or whatever, but I need to start taking my own advice, right? So, you know, if you're an advisor, okay, not a life coach, if you're an advisor and then you don't take your own advice, then they're saying start taking your own advice, okay? Because it's quite easy giving people advice, but taking your own is sometimes a little bit, you know. So let's see, because that's the devil and the angel. So someone's called angel or devil or Devi, right? Still slagging me off there. Let's see. Let's see. Capricorn. Malice inside of my brain, right? Trying to... what's that word called when people inadvertently say something, but you know damn well that they're meaning something else, but they're not actually saying, but they're meaning? Vulnerability is... Just grow up. Vulnerability is hot as fuck, okay? So someone finds your vulnerability like astoundingly hot because you're vulnerable at this time, or you find them, okay? But, or Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie. But like I find them very vulnerable at this time, okay? And it's hot as fuck. Let's see. So it might be someone in need as well, a friend in need, or weed, and you find people that smoke ganja very attractive. Let's see, Capricorn. Eat some shit made from Mother's Nature. So for a lot of you, it could be food related. I think we came up with this before. Was it you guys? It's come up in a few. I think it was Taurus, which is Sagittarian 5. There was a few. Gemini. I think it came up in Gemini. So me, I've been on a what do you call it, diet. Calorie deficit diet. It's so simple when you look at it really in calories. It's so much easier. But like, and then burning, like if you have, so it might be that, burning, actually that might be fuel burning. Okay, so it might be like exercising and stuff like that. Well, studies, kind of like when I've been like on about this like calorie deficit diet, about wholemeal and like brown bread, wholemeal bread and white bread, okay? And then like that, you know, that square cheese that you get that's all congealed and shit, they have that plastic cheese. And then actual natural cheese, right? So brown bread, 4 pieces of bread, brown, 4 pieces of white bread, plastic cheese, and brown bread and normal cheese, right? So basically 2 full sandwiches, right? So they both come to 800 calories, both of them, okay? For 2 sandwiches, 800 calories. But because this was natural and it was brown and whole wheat, okay, it burnt in the body. It actually burnt the fuel off of calories much quicker than what this did before you actually start burning fat. So that could be this burning energy, burning fat, burning stuff of fuel, okay, fuel. So it, you know, it really could be that what they're saying to me, what I wasn't really gaining of what this burning was a lot to do with around food, okay. So it might be where if you have an eating disorder and you're not got any food at all and you're burning off more calories, then what you're doing is burning off muscle. Okay, so it's very difficult in order to be able to figure out what diet is best for you, because it depends on how tall you are, okay, how large you or small you may be, okay, what you're eating, fuel consumption of natural and unnatural foods and stuff. Right, so it might be where you do this for a living, but studies of what I've found out so far about whole wheat and stuff is very good because it burns off more fuel quicker in the body because it's natural. So obviously, like using your calories for natural foods obviously burns, you get your calorie deficit, but it burns off much quicker. Do you know what I'm saying? So it could be around someone that's either looking into health, food-related kind of substances, natural foods, brown bread, or maybe no bread, but like whole wheat, whole meal, instead of like, you know, Vegemite, whatever you guys, you know, have, and all of that stuff, like, you know, peanut butter, brown peanut butter maybe, but like whole wheat peanut butter. Same food-related things around. I think I'm going to leave these at that. But what they're kind of saying to me is the channeled messages that were around fuel and burning could really be where you're working out or you're trying to fluctuate your diet so it burns off more calories than, because it, you know, calories in, calories out, okay, basically. So if you don't do much exercise like me, because I work at home and I'm lazy as shit, and I have a pain in my back and my side, which is hip, so it stops me from doing any fucking exercise because I am in so much pain when I walk that it stops me from fucking walking, and it really does piss me off. So, you know, dieting can be very difficult when you're looking at how much energy you're spending, because you have to look at burning so much fuel that the body burns anyway naturally. So, you know, without exercise you can still lose weight, but obviously you can't eat as much as brown white kind of energy, right? Okay, so I think that's a message for a lot of you Capricorn, is really looking at your food. If you're feeling very weak and very tired, then it's about changing your diet, okay? Either way, food consumption, okay? But let's see. And then something around the skin, bruising and pain, and then health-related stuff, really, seems to be your channeled messages. Okay, so Capricorn for this week, what they got coming up for a mirror tarot of Capricorn and then their person. So show me Capricorn first. So you're looking at 3, you could have Pisces in your chart or dealing with one for a lot of you, or you could have a life path 3, something like that. but there's still an energy of like waiting on someone or waiting on some news. Now, if you're amicably waiting for someone, you've amicably come to an agreement and you've decided to wait for the person, okay? It could be where you have appointments and stuff coming up in life, and there's something that of this channeled message that is like we're having to wait on some kind of like news from the hospital or doctors. You could have a lot of those appointments kind of coming up, and you're just kind of like checking in with yourself just to make sure that, okay, I've just come in for a checkup. Okay, I actually have two. Two messages. There you go. So you could be dealing with a Libra for a lot of you, a life path 2 maybe. But I have one for my eyes, and then I have a dentist appointment that's coming up as well. Hygienist, but I have one for my eyes where I'm going to get some glasses. That's Thursday. So stuff like that. You've got appointments coming up, right? Blind as a bat I am. I'm alright without like reading. It's terrible. I can't see anything. So it might be eye checkup, teeth stuff, doctors. Capricorn, show me what Capricorn's got going on this week. So you got the 6 of Wands, so you are feeling the love, is what I'm hearing. 6, 7, 8, 9. You're kind of coming out of this cloud of like confusion. Like if you've been like I keep saying transfusion. Something's around the blood, maybe. So it really could be like hospitals, doctors, donors, blood donor, that kind of thing, or donor. But I feel a lot of you, this 9 doesn't represent like control. I think you're coming out of something that was, at the time, very confusing. But you seem to be moving out of that kind of period now. For a lot of you, you could be on your period and you could have been like, fuck, I'm having a meltdown. Okay? But I'm hearing that whatever kind of period it was that you were having, whether that be a physical period or whether it be like a fucking I'm going off my nut, it seems that you're kind of coming out of that time now and you're feeling more energetic, you're feeling better about yourself. If you're in partnership, that you feel good about your partner, okay? Because this is basically news that comes in that allows you to start going forward into something, okay? Into a Steve or Stephen thing, Stephen King, let's see, or a Leo, or that person, if they're not a Leo, there could be an Aquarian placement. Let's see, Capricorn, what they got going on this week. So going into marriage, going into full-time work, going into full-time commitment, committed to your person, committed murder, I don't know, or murder on the dance floor. I keep hearing Denise Van Elton or something as well, Van, Haley, Henry also. But yeah, going into a marriage or continuing on into a very strong relationship and marriage. If you're dealing with someone that's in a third party and you're watching and saying, are they married? Yep. Are they in a relationship? Yes. Okay, so that will be you waiting for them to leave their husband or wife. So that'll be some kind of third energy here. Okay, but generally what you are basically waiting is for the relationship to just basically start picking up the way it has been. Okay, for a lot of you. Accolades. I keep hearing Atkins. Paul Atkins. Atkinson's disease, maybe, I don't know. Or Atkins. Someone that's called Acco. Okay, or Atkins, or Anderson, Paul Anderson, let's see, Pauline, show me Capricorn, 3 of Swords, what is that? Well, that's you guys that may be in third-party energies. Or you could have Pisces in your chart and the other person has Pisces in their chart as well. Or you have like a Pisces and they're a life path 3, or you come together to make a 3. Doesn't always have to mean that, but it just means that around your energy, there could be a lot of people that have placements of 3. Life paths or Piscean in their chart anywhere, okay? If not, it's relating to third-party relationships for a lot of you. Why people get into those, I've got no fucking idea, but that's up to you if that's what you do. Because that's what's been going around the Taurian energy for a while, which was the polyography shit, whatever you call it. Throw your keys in the bowl and wipe your feet on the way out and wipe your dick on the curtain. So that kind of stuff, right? We're into open relationships that hurt. That's what you get for doing open relationships or getting involved with people that have open relationships. Why people do that, I don't know. But that could be a possible here. Person's married, they're polyamorous, basically, and they like to float around between their husband and their wife and then someone else, and all of that kind of stuff, right? So it depends on what floats your boat. There is something here that is also upsetting. Let's see. Show me the other person connected to Capricorn during this time, please. So you're actually on this side, unless this side is a Capricorn as well, or as a Gemini placement. Because if they do, if you're a Capricorn and they have a Gemini placement, that's where that would come up as both of you, basically, because you're both sixes. Six on the top of it. Okay, so you could have that. You could have a lot of placements of why your readings always get very complex. It's because you could have a lot of placements of Gemini, Capricorn, and Pisces, or life path 3s, life path 6s. Okay, that's why you have that representation of this card. Okay, so obviously, throw your dick in the curtain and whatnot. That's a very bad scenario for any of you to be in. So that's the circumstance that you lot are in, more than likely here. Depending if you know, don't let the devil take over your mind to make you believe there is, if there isn't. You have to see it with your own eyes. Anything above witnessing it with your own eyes is metaphysical nonsense bollocks. Okay, so don't pay any attention to that, because that's just negative thinking. Okay, you don't know, you just think, you assume, and then that's the mother of all fuck-ups, is assumption. Okay, so never assume. Okay, you have to find out, you have to know, see it. Okay, anything above that is karmic illusion. You'll drive yourself nuts, so don't do that. Okay, because tarot isn't for going around multiple thousands of different readers trying to find an answer that you already know. If you already know the fact that someone's cheating, you know. If you don't know, that's fear. It relates to someone else. Okay. Because a lot of people let fear continue on, like I was saying this in the Sagittarian reading, okay, is that some people, they go from a very bad traumatic experience of spiritual callings with shit, and they realise, fuck, this was terrible. It was a karmic situation all along, right? They meet someone new, and then before they actually get to know the person new, what do? Seek out a tarot reader to find out how it's going to go. Because why? Because you have trust issues. When you have trust issues, what do you have? Fear of abandonment and rejection. So when you have fear of abandonment, of rejection, okay, what do? You fuck it up. You fuck it up yourself, because you freak out, because you have what? Trust issues. Steve's main 3. Safety. I feel really safe around you. Okay, we're building up a rapport and we are getting to know each other quite well. Okay, we're both on the same page. Okay, we're both going in the right direction. 3, commitment, marriage, trust. Okay, not distrust. Don't know you from Adam, or the name Adam, but distrust. Don't know you from Adam. Number 1, do I feel safe around you? Of course not, because I don't trust you. Okay, so don't never do things in reverse. Okay, you have to trust the process of life. You go forward fearlessly into things to find out. If you don't, you remain cowardice, and I can't get hurt. I don't want to get hurt. So what is your expectation? The mother of all fuck-ups. Could be around your mother, maybe. A message around your mother or your grandmother or sibling, because they're kind of saying it might be something around family. Okay. The other person, because this really could relate to yourselves, because you can be on this side, right? So you got 4, life path 4, Scorpio, Aries. There is some kind of worry about funeral, maybe, okay, or Jim Morrison, okay, and a funeral pyre, or Maya, or Mia, or Mika. And Elijah, you've been going around this forever and a day, basically just going through it with your ex, still living in doubt, not wanting it, but still going through it. Then you've got exes, children that are involved with exes, so on and so forth. You've got 4, 5, 6, 7, Cancerian could be involved, or a life path 7 maybe. Taking a break, taking a rest, having a Kit Kat. or the name Kit, or Kathy, anybody beginning with K, basically. Show me the other person connected to Capricorn. Oh dear, very unhealthy. Oh shit, why did I need to look under the deck? You got 2 9s. Confusion, gaslighting, narcissism, questioning one's reality. Unless, that's what I'm saying, for a lot of you are scared to shit of a relationship and you actually watch tarot for one. That's what I'm saying. I get it all the time. Trust me, it's within your own best interest. But the majority of people that watch tarot either 1, want to get out of one, or 2, want to find one. But you're scared shitless of it. Meaning, I've been hurt so much in the past and been controlled and knocked off that many times that when I meet someone new, I scare them off. Because the first thing I ask them, are you married? Are you cheating? Or everyone I find is always married. Okay? If not, you really could be dealing with a Pisces. If I say not, you say afraid so, afraid not. Swinging from a tree. Right? But if not, and this is nothing to do with cheating and manipulating, it's to do with someone is not very well. This person may not be very well, okay? Because this is health related. And this person really may not be very well, okay? So it could be that, okay? And that could be you. Like I said, it could be you or involving you here. Or alchemy, okay? But someone's really not very well. And like I said, this could be food related. This could, because this is like, coming back to health, back to life by Pink Floyd. Right, but this here is someone that's really struggling around money, around food, okay, about feeling healthy, about feeling myself. I don't quite feel myself. I feel that something is wrong, okay. But if that's paranoia and actually nothing is wrong, then you have this energy that creates abandonment. See, paranoid about future, past energy, present energy, future energy, lost, dazed, confused, sick to death of narcissists. I can't go forward into any relationship because I'm worried. Okay? If that is not relationship, it's health related. Here, it's health related. Okay? They keep saying related, meaning related to you. But this can also be someone that is taking drugs, cocaine, heroin, smoking copious amounts of ganja, spending a lot of money on it, draining people financially, asking for loans and support because I can't support myself physically, mentally and emotionally. I need support from other people because I don't have any. If that's drug addiction, that's feeding one's addiction. Okay, so physically you may see it as helping, but it's not. Okay, that's why you get afraid not. Because if you turn the person down, they end up being unhealthy. You end up worrying about someone's unhealth because you turn them down and say no. Because you do, that means that now you worry about them. Okay, so, show me the way to go home. Show me the other person. So you got Scorpio, Aries, got 2 lots of 4s now, 4 and 4. Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, Louise, Lowell, Liz, Taylor, Tyler, Tarot, Tyler's Tarot maybe. Someone said, why don't you watch Tyler's Tarot? One, I don't really need to watch. There's nothing going wrong. But, of course, I know of Tyler's Tarot. It's just... I don't need to watch tarot readings. But, anyway, so you got the Emperor. So you got 2 4s. Scorpio, Aries placements, or it's a full mixture of you guys having 4s, Scorpio, Aries, low power 4s, Capricorn, Gemini energies, and then a load of Piscean energy mainly. Qualities of Virgo, Taurus, Sagittarian, Gemini, Capricorn, 6. Got 2 6s. Okay, so 6 here could be Gemini, this side could be you, or it's vice versa energy. You could have a lot of things going on dynamically around where it's more concern or stern, Putchi, right, as your son, more concerned about someone's physical and mental health. Physical health. And then you've just got things, people coming out of nowhere that are all having health-related problems. Health-related problems. And then it's more like, man, if I ain't got enough fucking going on with me anyway, that now someone else has got something wrong with them, and I also need to be there and support them as well. Do you know what I'm saying? For your love life to come through, I really don't know. Okay, I really don't know. Because like I said, if you've got a great love life, don't fuck up your love life by watching tarot if it's going well. Because you don't need to. Okay? Just find, if you want to watch tarot, look for it of what it is that you're having a problem with. Don't start to have a problem with someone if things are going really well. And you're like, well, listen, a psychic fucking medium called out my name and it must be mine. Okay, and they told me that you were fucking doing this, and you have trust issues. You have trust issues, right? But like I said, the better the devil you know is the fact that you know. So if anybody else is to blame, it isn't that person. Okay, it's your karmic energy. Okay, so be careful on the blame. Uncle Steve say it. Okay, so there you go. That's what we've got so far. So if you want me to go in depth now, we clarify this side, clarify this side. Then after that reading, we do messages of closure, which is really what I like because it gives you messages from your partner, whether they think that you're an asshole or whether they love you and they're sorry and they're apologetic or something that's going on with them and they're feeling. But then we clarify those cards to tell me why they're feeling that way and why that might be. Then we look into the hidden truth and what's going on behind the closed doors of the hidden truth that's from you. And then we also look into in the shadows as well, okay? But majority of them, they're kind of clarified and then we use other decks. But it's another reading as well. And that is what you also get, but it is only on the full access bundle, okay? You can find that provided below. But if you want this reading throughout the month, these weeklies, you have to make sure that you click on the full access bundle. Don't forget, they also charge you on the first, but that does tell you below. Okay? All right, guys, thanks very much. I really appreciate it. See you later.